It's your boy. She back again. I figured I had to reduct tape my selfie stick, and then I found out you can just kind of turn it. But we're back. We're back. Instagram interview live. Sorry for the late start. Is anyone in? Come on, get on in, people. Let's talk. Let's chit chat. We have an awesome guest today. He's amazing. He's a good friend to Detroit comedy. We love him. We have Carl Johnson here today. One of my favorites. This is a great guy. He headlined for us in September in 2019 when things were cool, and now they're not. But we were doing interviews. It's gonna be fine. Hi, Rafiq. How you doing? You spelt my name wrong, but that's cool. We still love you. Carl. He's opened up for Joe List, Matt Bronner, Mark Normand. He's also opened up for Steve-O. I'm gonna say it because I want to hear the story. He told me not to say it, but you know what? I'm putting him on the spot. We're gonna get down to the dirty bits. All right. As soon, Carl, if you want to request to get on this, I can bring you on whenever you're ready. Until then, I guess we're just gonna chit chat. I'll tell you what's up. I'm coming live from the blow up mattress at my mom's house. It hurts my back, but it's fun. It's great. It's great. All right, Carl's ready to come on. Let's do it. Let's get this thing a rolling. Boop boop boop. All right, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Tired. I don't know if you can tell by the dark circles on my face, but
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
quarantine, right?
Yeah. I mean, I usually have dark circles. I just put a shit ton of makeup on because
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
what
worn any. I don't want it to go bad. It might expire if I don't
that's
cake it on.
that's what I wanted to talk to. I needed to talk to some female friends. What do they do with this?
Right.
This doesn't happen often, but the past couple days I'm waking up I'm like, oh, I do drugs. It's not good.
Right. Yeah, I've just been stealing my mom's Adderall. That kind of helps. No, not really. But, but as it crossed my mind, yes. All right. I'm so excited to see you. You interviewed me a few weeks ago, and now
Yeah,
the tables have turned.
I know. I was about to say the same thing. It was so much fun having you on. You were really fun.
Oh, hell yeah. It was a fun time. I like doing this. You get a drink, you drinking? I'm drinking some
N-
Oberon. We're not
n-
sponsored by them, so I'm not gonna
No,
show the
but
Lego.
I feel bad. I should maybe drink something. I feel like I don't know. No, I don't have anything to drink. Maybe you know what? Maybe I will. Here's the thing. I'm only all right. Okay, I'll do it. All right, I'll grab some.
Bring us on a journey through your house.
No, you don't want to. This you don't want to do that. This is
All right, no problem.
this is my fridge. There's my fridge. Yeah,
Oh,
that's great.
dope. Need some more milk there, bud.
I do. I do. I think I'll do a Miller Lite. I have one left.
Oh yeah,
I feel
just for
weird going to
one.
the store just to buy alcohol right now.
Yeah, it's kind of I guess a dick move to some, but
Yeah. Although it's
but yeah,
needed.
right. It's a essential thing. But
Oh, yeah.
let's get into it. Let's get into these questions I got. So, as far as being quarantined goes, have you been doing anything fun? Any writing shit or doing shit?
Um, as far as writing goes, well, I'm doing comedy projects, which you know, but as far as writing goes, I'm just talking into my phone a lot. I'm not really,
Right.
it's hard for me to sit down at a notepad anyways. So
Oh, for
that's what I'm
sure.
kind of doing right now, just to talk ideas into my phone. That's kind of how I'm doing right now. But
Oh yeah.
I'm jealous of people that can sit down and go, I'm going to write for 6 hours. Are you? Wow, that's impressive. Because my attempt, like I've tried to be the guy to go write at coffee shops, because it's like the cool thing
Right.
to do. And I
Yeah.
find myself 10 minutes in just looking around going, just not even concentrate what I'm supposed to be
Right.
doing.
Just people watching and
Yes. But
comparing yourself. Like that guy's writing a lot. I wonder what he's doing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm bad at that too.
it's hard to sit down and really, because then it's like homework. You know what I mean? If you put like
Right.
the last time I looked at notebooks is when I was in school. You know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
when you sit down and you actually go to write, it feels like homework. And I'm like, this shouldn't be like homework. It should be work, obviously. But to put a pen in the paper, I'm like, oh, this is like a job now.
Right. Am I gonna get graded? This sucks.
Yeah, you go to the open
And
mic.
you will get graded on the
Yes, you
spot.
will. On silence. That's how.
Right, yeah. It doesn't feel good. No gold stars for us.
Yeah, guess I gotta work on this joke some more. It's great.
Right, right. Dude, oh man, I feel that though. I've had so much stuff that's like because I'm the same way. I can't just write. I need to like work it out, or I don't know. I don't trust myself on what's funny or
Mhm.
not. So I'd be like, this is hilarious, and then I'll try it out and it sucks. So like I can't tell
Isn't
if
that weird that the funny people don't trust what's funny? Isn't that's what makes me laugh, is like how insecure we are. We're just
right,
like, even though you've been funny for I don't know how many years,
right,
you're so like, is this funny? Yeah, of course. It's maybe more than likely it probably is though. You know what I mean? Like
right.
you might have to work on it. More than likely it's probably a fun. There's something funny there at least, you know.
Yeah. You know
But
what's something fun? I watched your 51st jokes clip from 2018.
oh my
And
God.
and it was great. It was great. It was funny. But that show, I love that show. It's so much fun for all of us to get
Hmm.
together and hang out. But
Hmm.
every time, like my first joke there, like it goes well there, and then everywhere else it bombs.
Yeah.
And so I get so like confused because like there it crushes, and then everywhere else it sucks.
It's because it's your first joke. Like I'll
Right?
never I don't know if I'll ever do 50 first jokes again. I love it. It's great. But the biggest laugh I got there was a few years ago when Ron Taylor was still living in Michigan, and I had to follow
Yeah.
him. I had to follow him. And I love Ron. He's a fucking beast.
Right. He rules. Yeah.
He's great. And he went up and he said, "What's up, white people?" Which is kind of like that's the only thing that I don't like that black comics do when they're like, "What's up, white people?" I'm like, well, they know they're white. They know you're black. You know what I mean? Like, they already know that. They can see. So he went up and he goes, "What's up, white people?" And he gets into his first joke. Does fine. And then I've had to follow him. The first thing I said, "What's up, white people?" And it murdered
Right. That's
because it's
that's
stupid.
hilarious. Because he wouldn't expect you to say it.
Yes. That's a fun
That's
show. I
funny.
haven't done the last couple years, but it's a really fun show.
Yeah, I've done not the last one, the one before is my first one, and it was a great time. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I fucking
Yeah.
love it. So I guess speaking, I guess a good like little go into how about like how was like your first set in general? How did that go for you? Like where was it at? Like how did it go? What
Ann Arbor
made you do it?
Showcase. Ann Arbor Showcase. I want to say March 29th, 2010. I want to say.
Oh, it was their
Uh,
anniversary. Was this a little while ago?
yeah, it was just a little while ago. And then I was gonna post about it, but I was like, we're in quarantine. It would be the saddest thing ever. So I didn't. So I didn't do that. But yeah. You know what? What's weird is writing is like the only thing I think I've ever been halfway decent at.
Right.
And I remember like I was the kid in English class. Any other class, I was the opposite. But I was the
Mm,
kid like in English and creative writing class where students would come to me instead of the teacher and ask me for
I
help.
feel that.
And I was
Yeah.
like, so that was like kind of the only thing that I felt like I was pretty good at. So I started when MySpace was huge, like
Right.
in my
The good
mid
old days.
twenties. Yeah, in my mid twenties, you could put blogs on MySpace. You remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh,
And
I
I
have
would.
so much cringy poetry on there still, probably.
I and I posted these things called Tiny Quick Thoughts, and they're blogs, and they were kind of funny jokes. And Bill Squire, who's
Yeah.
a really funny comedian, he's on the radio. He's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Right.
Really
Yeah.
funny guy. He had messaged me, and I think we were friends on MySpace, I think. And he had said, "I read your blog. I think those are funny." And he didn't really say I should do stand up, but he kind of nudged me a little bit. And
Yeah.
then that's when I was like, maybe I'll try this. I'm actually, I feel like I'm pretty decent at writing. And what maybe it might be the sad thing is, I don't know, but like two of those tiny quick thoughts I still do on stage.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But that's why I want to get. That's why I don't know. Depending on what happens, I'm supposed to record my album in September at Holly. So
All right.
hopefully I
Holly
can.
Hotel?
Yes, I'm
Fuck yeah,
headlining
that's
in
awesome.
September. So
Hopefully if it's
hopefully,
still a thing.
I know. But you know what? Holly's a very red city, so I think it's going to be a thing.
Right, yeah. Whether they're open or not, there's gonna be
Yeah.
people there probably.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get all that material recorded and never have to do it again. Like my first 8 years, like year one to year eight, I can just completely record it and I'm done with it. Completely done with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right. So what's your favorite comedy scene and why is it Detroit comedy? No, is there like a specific city you love more? I won't personally get offended, but someone
But
might.
you're like, who's your top three favorite Michigan comics? You turn your head. You're just like,
Right. Who are they? I don't know.
what was the question?
But
Who's my?
I don't know. Like, I guess what do you love about like Detroit comedy? Or are there other cities that you really love to, or would love to like move to, or love
No,
traveling to?
you know what? I feel like I'm past that now. I feel like I'm 38, so like for me, it's like I started at 28, started kind of late. That's why I'm jealous of like a lot of newer comics are starting young like yourself. I
Hey,
mean,
I'm 27. All right.
that's still you start at 25 though. That's still 3 years,
Yeah.
you know. So I feel like if I would have started in my late teens or early 20s, maybe I would have moved, you know. But I feel like now
Right.
I don't want to have roommates. I don't want to, because if you move to LA or New York, you got to have roommates.
Right.
And I've
Or
had
be
roommates.
homeless. That's gonna be my choice.
Yeah. It's, and I've had roommates long enough. I just like being by myself, me and my dog. I like that. And maybe that's like a dumb reason. Oh, I don't want to, I also don't want to pay like fucking over $2,000 for
Right. It's expensive as shit.
It's not. And Detroit scene is growing, so why not stay? Why not? It's becoming better
Right.
and better. I feel like it's becoming more efficient as we're like
Hmm.
a lot of the newer comics, most of them are funny, as opposed to like when I started, it was maybe 20 new comics, 3 were funny. You know what I mean? Like it was just
Right.
I feel like it's more efficient now where like a lot of the newer comics there's not I mean there's bad ones, but a lot of them are pretty good. So
Right. Yeah. We are blessed with a pretty good scene.
yeah,
It's nice. It doesn't get
absolutely.
stale with booking.
Right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. So you don't plan on ever moving? Just
Nope.
chilling?
You know what? No, I don't think so. I don't. I mean,
No.
I'd like to get into some festivals in different states and all that. Maybe go visit New York and LA and do shows there. Because
Right.
I've also kind of heard like visiting there and doing shows is almost easier than living there and doing shows.
That's what I feel like is like
So,
the best option. Like, what's
right.
the point if you was like, because my personal goal is to be on the road all the time. So why would I move to a hub and have to pay out the ass if I don't even
Absolutely.
want to ever be home?
Right,
That's the
right.
goal.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. I feel that. So, all right. I feel like we're whipping through these questions. I'm asking them
No,
too fast.
take your
I don't even know
time,
how
right?
long it's been. Let me check the time. Oh man, it's been 10 minutes. Where's
No
the
pressure.
light? No, I'm kidding. Yes, usually, Johanna does the interviews, and I'm just filling in because she is now an
No,
essential
it's cool. I
employee.
was excited. When Johanna said, I'm not doing it, I was like, oh my God, thank God. And no, you both are great. I don't care. You know what
Right.
I mean? So
I feel ya. I
I have a
feel ya.
rapport with you both. You guys have both done my thing. So,
Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I guess I have to hear the Steve-O story. What happened with that?
um, okay, I was about maybe 4 years in. I was hosting at Connections in Lansing. It's not there anymore. Missed that club. And he was headlining. I think he was fairly newer, and I mean, he was just coming off Jackass and all that stuff. And nice enough guy. Met him, very nice guy. Had like his whole crew with him. Very nice guy. Um, but I was hosting at the time, and then the feature was Jeff LaFleur. He's a Wisconsin guy, very funny guy. And I still remember who's featured because it was just a crazy show. His closer, Steve-O's closer, was no words. It was just him, like you'd expect.
I expect it was just him jacking off with
It
hot
was,
sauce or something.
I mean, close enough, pretty close. But no, his closer was, I don't know how he would do it, and I don't want to know how he would do it, but he would like basically, he would move his legs back and forth and swing his ball sack and catch it with
Uh,
his butt cheeks. So then he'd pull his pants down, and you wouldn't be able to see his dick because it was.
he caught it
Yeah,
with
I don't
his
know if I can.
butt.
Yeah, he caught it in his butt. So that was his closer. Then I had to go up after that and be like, "All right, let's do this. Let's do
Want to
this."
see my penis? I can't swing it to my ass, but
First of all, first of all, I feel like you should never do that ever. And I mean,
you're like,
you would definitely not be able to do that now. I don't think.
oh right.
But you should never do it. But also, like, I'm glad he was at least headlining because if you're like in the city, like if you're in New York or LA and you're doing like a 15-minute spot and that's your closer, then the person after you has to deal with that shit. I mean,
Right.
that's what do
Puts
you say to
everything
that?
up. Yeah, I know. What would you do? Like,
Also,
hey, I start juggling.
like other comics have notebooks and are writing or yelling into their phones, and he's just like in front of a mirror.
Yeah,
It's,
swinging his dick. Damn it! I didn't catch it. I gotta get this down pat. I gotta practice.
I got 10
Yes,
minutes.
he's like hanging stuff from his dick. Like,
It's, I mean, nice guy, but I will say me and Jeff really felt like comics that night because I mean, me and Jeff did very well, and Steve-O did very well for like the first 10 minutes. And then the
Right.
celebrity wore off. You know what I'm saying? Where
Right.
the people in the audience were like, this is what it's going to be? All right. But he stayed for everybody afterwards. Everybody took pictures with him. He
Hell
stayed for
yeah.
every single person. So definitely like a good dude. I can't take that away from him. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, as far as comedian goes, just
Well, that's what I see, like, so much. Like, you see all these, like, the TikTok people and shit, and, like, their things, like, being like, yeet, or whatever, like, saying some funny catchphrase, and they'll be, like, selling out
Yep.
stadiums.
Yep.
And
You
then
gotta watch it, though.
regular.
TikTok people, Diana Graham's not gonna like that. You gotta be careful.
Well, she's
careful.
different, because she's my friend, and she started with stand-up first.
I'm just kidding.
No, I tried it. I made a TikTok. I'm like, they hate me. I am not.
Yeah, it is weird, like what clings, what people really grab onto. It's very strange now.
Right.
I mean, there's so many funny, famous people that aren't funny. I mean, it's
Right.
it's very strange.
I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, it's an attention thing too. It's just
Oh, yeah.
it's like, oh, I can watch this for 30 seconds. Great, this will get 1 million views. You know what I mean? Like, it's very
Right.
strange.
Yeah, I take back what I said earlier.
But then I feel like
sorry.
I'm like old guy yelling at get off my lawn if I say that. I feel like
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But
Right. Like, yeah, let them have their fun. I don't know. And also, I take back, they don't hate me. They just don't notice me, which is worse. It's so much worse.
Right.
I'd rather them hate me. But
God.
yeah. But it's the future, It's what we have to work with now. And I am not good at it.
Right.
But hey, we got podcasts.
There you go. I hope it's not the future.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
The children are our future. It sucks, but it's true.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of millennials, though. There's a lot of us, so we aren't going to die anytime soon.
That's really the only reason why I've had you and Johanna, and I'm having Diana on next week, and some of the young Ella on, because I'm just hoping that one of you guys get famous and to just let me open for you once in a while. That's really, you know what I mean? That's really.
It's going to pen us all against each other. One of you are going to be the chosen one. I feel that. I guess, speaking of younger comics, have any advice, like starting off, anything that you wish you didn't do or wish you did do when you were first starting?
I don't generally like to give advice, but if you ask me that, then I do feel better about that.
It's not unsolicited, so.
Yeah, I don't like being that guy. Every once in a while I'll be that guy, but not often. I mean, it's the same old stuff you ask anyone. It's just keep getting up. Write all the time. You're gonna bomb. Don't let it bother you. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's I feel like I always bring her up, but Sam Rigger bombed a lot in the beginning, and she's doing pretty good now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah. So you just gotta really just stick with what you think is funny. Just be yourself in the beginning. Try to be yourself at the end. And one thing I don't like is when comics will like, I'll do shows with some comics, and like I've had headliners come up to me and I'm featuring for a weekend with them, and they'll say like, you need to adapt to this crowd. No, I don't.
Right.
I'm not. If they don't like what I'm doing, then I don't know what to tell them. I'm not gonna play to their. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I would say that just whatever you think is funny, try to convince the audience that it's also funny. Don't try to. Just don't change. You know what I mean? Just do what you think is funny. But that could also be a bad thing too.
Right.
Because
sometimes, because you're pretty clean, aren't you?
Yeah.
I feel like when I've seen you.
I do. I'm on the more cleaner side, but I do like.
Right.
I do like the F word. It's a good word. I like that. I like to use it to accent some punchlines every once in a while. But that's how you know when I'm doing new stuff is when I'm just saying the F word all the time, because for filler, you know what I mean? Because the punchlines aren't there yet, and I'm just like, F this, F that, you know what I mean?
You can swear on our live stream. It's okay. You can say fuck.
I figured as well, but because I did say dick earlier, so.
No, you can't say dick, but you can say fuck.
I do like fuck. It's a great word. I do like it.
It is a good filler word.
Yeah,
I use it too much.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I think a fuck in the right place makes the joke funnier. You don't want to like lean on it. Like, there are comics that just use that word and there's no punchlines. But if you can make like, an an A minus punchline, like an A plus punchline with the word fuck, do it.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, why not? So,
Right.
but yeah, that's basically what I would say is just, get up, write. Don't listen to like your family, because your family and friends are going to be like, what are you doing? You'll find out if you're good at it, if you're at least a little, like, I feel like my first set, I got a few laughs. I did bring friends, so I count that against me a little bit. But
Right.
even like my second set at Joey's, when I did the open mic, I feel like I got some laughs.
Hell
So
yeah.
if you're getting laughs and they're not your friends, like
Hmm.
even just a little bit of laughter in the beginning, that can go a long way to to to
Yeah.
to, to big laughs in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Remember my first set, I didn't get a lot of laughs, but at the end, one guy just goes, I thought she was kind of funny, and that was enough. That was enough for me
That's,
to keep
that-
going.
yeah, that's all you need. You're like, that's what you said. You're like, fuck him. I'll just keep going. Yeah, it worked out. You're great. You're very funny. So it worked out.
Oh, thanks, bud. You are too.
I
You're one of
appreciate
my favorites. I'm excited
it.
for life
Likewise.
to go back to normal so we can be on shows together one
I
day.
know. I know. I was really looking forward to Stoop Fest. Remember, I messaged you. I
Yeah.
was like, we're just gonna get drunk and hang, and then of
Fuck
course
yeah.
all this stuff happened. But that's still gonna happen,
Uh,
I think. So.
yeah, this in September, I
Hmm.
believe.
Yep.
I want to say that.
Yep.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good time.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
had a bunch of friends in Lansing walking around, like taking pictures of Max, like this would have been Stoop Fest time, and I'm like, this
Dude,
is really depressing.
it really is. It really is sad. How are you dealing with it? I feel like for me. It's just I've
Oh
taken
man.
time off stand up before. I've taken I've taken like a week off here, and then I took like not a year and a half full, but like months off at a time. So I felt like the
Right.
first month I was okay, and then after that first month, I was like, I really missed the shit out of this. Like I don't.
Right. And I'm getting anxious about going back
Yes,
up. Like, is it
yes.
gone now? Like, is it all going to be gone? Like, I can't remember. Like, I remember my jokes, but I'm like, they're so, like, can I even do these jokes anymore? It's like such a
I
different
know. It
state of
is.
mind.
It's gonna be a different. I know there are comics that are saying like you should do all new stuff when you come back, but then I'm like, should you? I mean, do you even remember
Right.
if you're funny at that point?
Right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, I love the people saying, like, anyone who mentions the pandemic or corona is going to be hacked. But we just all lived through, the whole world just lived through this, and
Yeah.
we can't say anything about it without it being hacked. I think
It,
that's kind of, like, be
you know
original
what?
about it, but,
I agree with you, and I'm on both sides of it. Where like
right.
I think I'm okay with like a little bit of it, especially if it's funny people talking about it. Then I'm probably gonna be into it. But let's
Right.
be honest, there's gonna be a lot of
Oh,
not
yeah.
funny people talking about it, and it's just
Yeah,
like, oh, you know what I mean?
for
So
sure.
yeah, but you're right. You're right.
But it is a thing,
How do you not
like,
talk about it? I mean,
right, that's like what our lives have been for the past 2 to 3 to 4 to 3 years, whenever it
yep,
ends.
yep,
But,
absolutely. You can't just go on stage and like talk about your dog. It's just gonna be
right.
it's gonna be weird. I think
Yeah.
Ben Max told me in his interview on Comedy Project. I think he told me he goes, "I'm just gonna skip the first 3 weeks."
Just go right through it. But I just like, I feel like I'm just gonna cry. Like,
Oh,
I really miss this.
yeah, it's really sad. It stinks, but what are you gonna do? At least
Right.
at least technology is like in advanced enough to where we can do this here. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
for sure.
if this was the Spanish flu, I'd have to write you a letter, and I don't like writing. I mean,
Right.
it's I mean I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank God for technology.
Right. Comedy just becomes like a really bad chain letter that you have to send around. Add a joke. That's actually kind of fun, and I kind of want to do that.
Oh my God.
Comedian chain letter. Let's do it. No. Add a shitty joke to it, and then send it on. If you do that, put a comment below. Now we have like 2 viewers. It's fine.
Do you guys put this up? Don't you guys put this up on your stories afterwards too?
Yeah, we actually have a way to like save it, and then we can put it on YouTube and all kinds of shit. So
Cool.
hopefully people watch it.
Cool.
What else? Let's see. I'm sorry, I keep chugging. Okay, it's around 7:30. But what's like do you have any in the past few years, any like big accomplishment, like proudest comedy moment, anything that has felt really good?
Um, I will say, it's not been the past few years. I don't know if it's an accomplishment. I will say I'll say one of my favorite moments of comedy. As far as accomplishments go, if I talk about those, I'll get sad. Um, But it's one of my favorite moments in comedy was probably I used to do this show at it was called Confetti Liquor Box. It sounds like a trashy place, and it was a dive bar, but it was in Dearborn Heights, Michigan, where I grew up. And I would do it like every other month, and we would pack it out for like the first couple of years. I'd have 8 comics. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is. I'd have 8 comics go up and do like 7 minutes each, and then a closing comic do like 15. So like 9 comics, a lot of comics.
Yeah.
But I remember doing like the first show there. I was maybe 3 or 4 years in, and people from high school came out that's never seen me, that I haven't seen in years. Family came out, and like they couldn't believe how great the show was, and my friends that I grew up with came out that were always funnier than me when I was young. They couldn't believe how funny I was when they came out, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
it just, you know what I mean?
That's such a good feeling.
Yes. And I wanted to be like, well, you guys helped because you made fun of me for years.
Right.
You know? So,
Have you ever done comedy in front of like a bully or someone that like made fun of you or was like an enemy, and then you like crush in front of them?
No, have you?
One time. It was about when I got to open up for Eddie Pupatone. There was a guy I went to high school with that was like just be like, you fat dyke all the time. And like he paid for the show that our place ran, and I had a great set, and I just wanted to look at me now, bitch.
I'm sure because your name, right?
I look pretty much the same, yeah. I still look like a fat dyke, so so I'm pretty sure he didn't forget.
That was your like that's what they introduced. Here's
Right.
the guy's like, that is her.
Right? Like, oh my god, what a small world. Oh shit.
Small world, fat dyke, unbelievable.
Oh, what a great way to end this, you know? Hell yeah. Dude, it's been so nice talking to you. Thanks so much for being on. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you around when the world gets back to normal.
Be safe, Connor. I can't wait to see you, all right?
All right. And also, everyone, check out the Comedy Project. Like, follow Carl on Instagram and read.
Instagram at Carl Johnson is funny, and with a C, Carl Johnson is funny. And just go under my IGTV tab. They're all there.
Hell yeah. All right. Awesome. Well,
thanks, Connor.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Talk soon.
See ya. All right. That was Carl Johnson. I've been Connor Meade, taking over for Johanna Madronda because she is working, and that was a lot of fun. It was great. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Love you. Give you kisses. Night-night. Sleep tight. Mwah.